Hey everyone, and welcome back to Hoffman Engineering. Formlabs has just launched a new service called Form Now. This is their print-on-demand service. You send them a model, they'll print it out for you in a variety of resins or SLS printing, and then they'll box it up and ship it on over to you. Formlabs is an industry-leading 3D printing company, and I'm excited to see an American company make their 3D printing expertise available as a service. So whether you need a one-off part printed, large production batches, or anywhere in between, FormNow is ready to work with you. So I wanted to test out how well FormNow works, order some sample prints, and see how it turns out. These prints just arrived in just a few days, but before we jump in and open it up and take a look at the prints, let's go see what it actually looks like to order from FormNow. Let's do it. Before we begin, Formlabs did provide some free credits for me to try out FormNow. However, with me being me, I blasted through those credits and spent more of my own money because I wanted to try out some more of their options and materials. Formlabs isn't paying me for this video, and as you'll soon see, they don't have any influence over the video. This video is my honest experience when trying out FormNow as a new customer. So let's get into it. The FormNow website is pretty slick. The landing page lets you upload your own custom models, or you can select from any of their example parts. We see it's a simple 3-part process. Upload your model, select your material and finish options, and they'll print it and ship it directly to you. And they have tons of different materials available. FormNow offers resin and selective laser sintering prints with a variety of materials to fit your needs. Flexible, tough, high strength, custom colors, whatever property you need, you can find it here. When you upload a model, you are brought into the material selection screen. On the right side, you get a preview of the part and an immediate cost quotes. And on the left, you have your material options. Clicking over a material brings up the material details, describing how that material acts, what it is good for, and gives all the material properties so you can find the right material for your job. As you select different materials, the price immediately updates. This price does not include shipping or tax. Those will be calculated during checkout depending on where you live. So I spent some time ordering a mixture of their sample parts and uploading my own parts. I picked their bike pedal printed in nylon 12 tough powder and the switch toggle printed in nylon 11 powder. From printables, I found this nice flexible gripper from Print Challenge. It has a main housing and 3 grippers. Here I ran into something interesting. One of the grippers was 3 times the price of the other 2. It turns out that this was a badly formatted STL file with multiple overlapping shells. I ended up opening that model in my good old NetFab to repair the model, and after fixing the STL, FormNow gave it the same quotes as the other grippers. I did send this bug report over to Formlabs, but it wouldn't hurt to double check your models for badly formatted STLs if a quote seems wrong to you. I ordered the grippers in the more flexible nylon 11 powder and the housing in nylon 12 tough powder. I also found this nice Persian chainring, which I selected in nylon 12. I focused on nylon prints since I don't have access to an SLS printer myself, but I did want to pick up a couple of resin prints just to see how those turned out. These Eevee and Charizard keycaps look awesome, so let's order some. For the standard resin, you can choose from a variety of colors. White, gray, black, and beige are standard colors, while other colors are premium and cost about 50% more. Also with the resin, you have a finishing option in the middle, where you can choose to have them remove supports and even sand off the support areas if you wanted. I chose the free leave the supports attached option. So here's my final order. For shipping options, I could have received the parts in a week with a very expensive rush shipping order, but I chose the slowest $20 shipping option for 10-day delivery. With shipping and tax, my final cost was $227. So even ordering on a holiday weekend, after just 10 days, my prints are here. So let's open them up and take a look. Get a nice FormNow sticker. And then packing peanuts. Let's get these out of the way. And let's see how these are packaged. Okay, the packing peanuts out. They all come nicely bundled. They're not packaged individually. They are packaged kind of bubble wrapped with different parts and different orders. So it looks like mine came in 2 bubble wrapped parts. And yep, these are just packing peanuts. We'll get closer shots of all of these in just a second, but let's unwrap them. Looks like bag number 1 contains mostly SLS printed nylon parts. We've got the bike pedal. We have the chain, and we have the body of the screw mechanism. Now the question is, for the screw mechanism, does this turn? Oh, it does not right off the bat. Okay, interesting. That is not turning. We'll see what we can do about that. And then the other package contains the other parts. We've got part of the clicker. We've got the flexible, oh, these actually move a lot better than I was expecting. With the little flexible grippers, and they do actually flex. That's cool. We'll look at that more in a second. And then we have the two resin prints, being the keycaps. Oh, and I love these keycaps. And they look pretty good. So let's go ahead, lay these out, take a closer look. So interestingly, this, I need to take a look at the model. I think this is only part of the toggle switch model. This was one of their example parts, and so I'm not super familiar with that, but I think I'm missing like the base or the actual toggle switch connection. This looks to me maybe part of it, but I'm not sure. So let me go look that up really quick. Looking at my order, yeah, their sample toggle switch has two parts, the main body and the bottom clip, and I only received the bottom clip. I reached out to their support email after hours, and the next morning I got a response acknowledging the error and confirming that they'll reprint and ship it out. I don't mind when companies make mistakes as long as they own up to it, and hopefully they use it as an opportunity to improve their QA process. So let's wait for that package to arrive. So now that everything has arrived, let's take a look at them. I'll do nicer B-roll shots after the fact, but I just want to take a quick look at how all of the pieces look. First up, we have the pedal, and of course, that looks how I'd expect. It is very solid. Obviously, I was way more interested in some of the nylon SLS parts because I just don't have access to a nylon printer. So it's pretty cool to see how these nylon parts turned out. I'd love to get more experience with nylon printing, but this feels very sturdy. I'd be very interested in how this actually looks. Looking through the middle, it looks like there's still a lot of powder in place. So maybe they aren't able to get it all out of the middle. So I'll have to see how I can clean that out and see if this actually fits on a bicycle, because this is one of their sample parts. I actually have no idea if bike pedals are standardized or anything like that. So I'll take a closer look on how you can clean that out. But that's very interesting. I love the details in some of the like knurling on the sides, and of course their logo looks really good, and it feels very, very sturdy. The other part that I was really interested in was this chain, right? So this chain is a bunch of small links all printed in a single piece. You might be able to print this on an FDM or maybe a resin printer. It would be very difficult to do. You'd have to do a lot of support probably for FDM, just because of the way that the links are lined up. There's really not a good orientation to where everything is like vertical enough to not have to worry about overhangs. So I think this really does show some of the advantages of the nylon printing, since everything's supported with that powder. But that feels really sturdy. It's a fun fidget toy to kind of play around with, so that's pretty cool. The other part that I was really interested in was this kind of grabbing mechanism. Unfortunately, if we look at the main kind of threaded area, these three parts would fit in here. And the idea is that the main area would be able to be spun, and that would spin the threads that would then move the grippers up and down along the pivots like this. However, it looks like this thread just is packed full of powder, right? So like this doesn't spin. I'm not entirely surprised by this, because I did receive an email from Formlabs when I initially placed the order, saying that there was a few parts in my prints or a few parts in my order that had clearances that weren't enough. So I think that it was part of this, where some of this was actually fused together. There wasn't enough tolerance for it to print separately as two separate objects. So I'm not surprised that this fused together. I will try to get some of the powder out from the threads, right? I think that's also part of the problem, is that the threads normally would be printed with an FDM printer and have air in between. And so you just kind of have to break apart the threads. But with powder printing, I think there's a lot of powder still left in the threads, and that also causes binding. So it's either powder in the threads or the actual shells fused together that's preventing this from moving. So I'll have to take a closer look at that. But if we take a look at the individual arms, the idea was that the arms themselves, as they're being spun up and down, they'd be rotated. If they would hit an object, then it would actually go around and grip. And this turned out really well. The tolerances within this gripper allows it to move really nicely. So that's pretty cool to see. And that shows off the kind of flexibility that the nylon powder can have when you have these really small, thin sections. That's pretty cool. I like that. The last nylon part is this toggle switch that they actually had to reprint and resend because it was missing the main body. They sent us the attachments, and they did go ahead and send us both. So I have 2 of these clip mechanisms. I'll clip this in, and I do have the original one that they sent. But when they sent us the reprints, yeah, it turns out good. The toggle does kind of move in place. I was expecting more of a click, so I'm not sure how this model was originally designed, since this was Formlabs model themselves. So it doesn't have like a satisfying click. It just kind of moves, takes a bit of force to move, but it does move in both directions, and it does move this little latch kind of in and out. So interesting to see. I was hoping more of a fidget toy, but I guess not. This is more of a actual like toggle switch, which is interesting in and of itself. And then finally, we have the 2 resin printed keycaps. I didn't do a whole lot of the resin side because I have a few resin printers, and I was more focused on wanting to play around with some of the nylon prints. But these resin parts did print out in really good quality. Obviously, the small details of the Charmander keycap, they look great. And you can tell that they were printed in kind of this orientation. Which is not surprising for resin prints. The supports, even though I said, hey, you know, ship out with the supports if needed, seems like the supports popped off when they were removing it from the print bed. So that's a-okay. I would just need to do a little bit of sanding in order to clean up the bottom surface, and then these would be kind of fully functional keycaps. So I love that. That turned out really good. Good job, Formlabs. So that was my experience with Formlabs Form Now. If you're looking for a company to print your designs for you, either in resin or nylon SLS, they have a ton of different materials. You can go to their website, upload your models, kind of play around with pricing and materials and see if it will work for you. I was pretty impressed with the workflow. It was very easy to upload models and get that initial quote. So even though I did run into a problem where they didn't print one of the parts, they were very responsive when I emailed. They reprinted and shipped it out the next day. They didn't express ship it. It did the standard shipping, the same shipping that I did with the initial package. So it did take about a week before I received the reprinted parts. So just be aware of that. But ultimately, I was satisfied with the parts that I received. This looks good. I did acknowledge that they did raise the issue of this part having clearance issues, and that was just me, you know, grabbing some FDM design parts and expecting it to be printed flawlessly in the nylon powder. So that's my own mistake there. I acknowledge that. That's not their printing process. That's just me not being familiar with designing for SLS parts. But if you're looking for a service to go print your parts, go check out Form Now. I had a good experience with them. And having a US company able to do this printing for you, well, that's a plus in my book. So go check out Form Now. I'll have all the links and everything in the description, so you can go take a look for yourself. So thank you all for joining me as I try out Formlabs Print on Demand service. I hope you enjoyed this video. I have plenty of other videos in the works, so be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on my future videos. And since you're here, why don't you check out some of my other Formlabs videos? I recently tried out some of their consumer-based resins on my other resin printers, so go check out that video. That was a lot of fun. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.